Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and I'm welcoming you to my review of Pure Luck. I am watching this off the 4-movie marathon family comedy collection. Now, before I get into Pure Luck, there are ways of owning Pure Luck on DVD. If you want the movie on actual DVD, real DVD, you would have to get it in this set. Now this set right here is the Family Comedy Collection, which I said before. This has Pure Luck, which is a movie I watch. This also has King Ralph, which I reviewed on the channel. Ghost Dad I haven't covered. And Virtual for Poor. I have Ghost Dad 2 times, and I have King Ralph 3 times on here. I have the Mill Creek release. I have the Family Favorites 10 movie set, and I have it on the set. Virtual for Poor I do have on DVD downstairs. So just to let you know, this was also released as a Vault Series DVD-R manufactured on demand. Now, the Hidden Universal Vault isn't copying the Vault Series label, so I want to kind of clarify that before anybody goes in the comments saying that I ripped off something. It's not. I just came up with something random. So that out of the way, Pure Luck is a movie from 1991. And this movie has Martin Short, Danny Glover, Shirley Kelly, Scott Wilson, Sam Wadamaker, I'm not sure. It was directed by Nina Tassa, and I think that's about it. Now, Pure Luck is a buddy comedy or a buddy cop movie, but unfortunately this buddy cop movie didn't work for me. Now, when I printed out I printed the plot on Wikipedia, so let's talk about Pure Luck and why the movie's bad. So I'm going to read this through Wikipedia right here. So I have it printed out, so here we go. So the movie basically centers around, I'm trying to think, how do I explain it? Martin Short plays Eugene. I can't think of his name right now. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of stumbling. I'll just read it on the top. The film opens as a klutzy Valerie Heisman arrives at the airport in Peru. She calls her father, a wealthy businessman, to let him know that she has arrived. When she is on the phone, she is clumsy, learns on the railing of her balcony, falls several stories onto canvas. Soon after, an encounter with some street thieves knocks her unconscious and she loses her memory. Then a local criminal named Frank Grimes sprints Valerie away from the hotel. So, okay, I've got the cast right here. So, Martin Short plays Eugene Proctor. Danny Glover plays Raymond Campion. And basically, yeah. So, Danny Glover and Martin Short, Martin Short plays a guy, Danny Glover plays a man who has to keep an eye out for Martin Short, and Danny Glover is a cop. He is sort of like the bumbling assistant. So it focuses on them two, and basically here they go to the jungle, and then basically they have to go find the girl, and then all of a sudden they don't like each other, and then they somehow become the best of friends. Also, we have Scott Wilson from Walking Dead and Shiloh. He plays Frank Grimes, who is sort of like the guy that Glover's trying to hunt, and trying to go after. By the way, spoiler: he gets killed. He gets killed within maybe about 2/3 of the movie. So he gets killed off. That's not spoiling the whole thing. It's right in the movie. Scott Wilson is a talented actor, but I feel like he's kind of pointless in the movie. So he sort of goes off, and they keep an eye out for him, and then just It's the biggest problem I had in the movie is it's boring. According to IGN, it was like ranked number 2 in the top 10 buddy cop movies of all time. I'm sorry, but this is not funny. I mean, good for IGN to put up there, but sometimes you can't really trust IGN. So, basically now they're in Mexico City. There's a scene where Martin Short, like, gets stung by a bee, and all of a sudden he swells up and basically becomes fat. That scene made me chuckle. To quote Gene Siskel, Gene Siskel once said in the movie, in his review of Coupe de Ville, he said that's a jewel in a bad movie. I agree. This is a jewel in a bad movie. This movie is just super boring. Also, I didn't know about this though, apparently this is actually a remake of a 1981 French comedy, La Quiente. And apparently, yeah, even Roger Ebert gave it 1.5 stars on this movie. Apparently, from what I read, this is what Wikipedia said. Apparently, Eugene Halowitz, the character from Hey Arnold, was actually likely based on Eugene Proctor, which is Martin Short's character. So they get to the island, and Martin Short tries to use a handgun. He shoots Glover in the leg and told him not to use that. It's just, the biggest problem again is here we have Martin Short, who's just annoying. Now Martin Short can be funny. I feel like they could have gave it to a different comic in this. Once again, he just drove me nuts. Danny Glover, who I like, he has to play dumb throughout the whole thing. Once again, he has to go play dumb in an idiot plot. This is just an idiot plot from start to finish. Why? I don't get this, because these two, Danny Glover I just don't feel works in a comedy. He's great as a cop if he's like the Lethal Weapon movies. He's great as the antagonist in Witness, if you know what I mean. He was good in Silverado. He was good. He was good in Angels in the Outfield. Yeah, he played dumb, but it kind of worked. Yeah, he'll go and rant, and that's the Danny Glover aggressive. He can go and rant, bicker, and argue. Like the one scene where he's in and he gets an argument with him. So he gets an argument with a bunch of guys, so he comes in there, stops everything. Sorry guys, still have the sniffles right now. Still trying to fight this cold. But it's just, nothing in it is that funny. I'm trying to think of anything else in this that I mentioned. I'm going through the Wikipedia, there's long. Yeah, basically, they go into the hospital near the end of the movie. I thought it was a bunch of nuns, but I think they're like nurses. It's like a Catholic hospital, I think. I don't know. They don't explain it that much. I don't know what happened when they made this movie. I really wanted to like Pure Luck, but I just felt more bored than it is. There's tons of other buddy cop films. In fact, if you want a buddy cop movie that's perfect for the 90s, go watch the Rush Hour movies. Go watch those movies. This movie just, to me, bored me. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, Harry Shearer from Simpsons appears in it. So we have 2 Simpsons stars that appeared in Universal movies. We had Yarling Smith in We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, and now we got Harry Shearer in Pure Luck. But he only has a small role, and he's kind of pointless too. Just like Scott Wilson, you didn't really need him in the movie. I mean, I'm sitting there like, I didn't laugh at all. Except for the scene where he gets stung by a bee, he swells up and he becomes fat, and Glover's panicking. So he's in the hospital and he goes back to being skinny. But for some reason he puts a cigarette on the hospital bed and a guy's on fire. Why? Why? Is that supposed to be funny? It's more uncomfortable than funny. Yeah, this was just, I don't know. The scene where Martin Short's character, Eugene, hits his head on the Jeep, but he thought Glover fell down, Raymond fell down, and he's crying, but all of a sudden Raymond comes back, and he's happy he came back, so he conks his head, and now he's like, he can't really tell, like, He's bandaged up and everything. So I think that's it. I don't have much to say. At the end of the day, please avoid Pure Luck. This is not even a funny movie. I'm sure if you're a Martin Short fan, you might get something out of this. But for me, in a whole, I just was bored. I almost sleep during this movie. I try to keep my eyes open, but I don't know what happened. In the end of the movie, I just felt a sense of relief because this movie just bored me. This movie is an hour and 36 minutes, and I've watched movies that were an hour and 36 minutes. In fact, I watched a little known movie called The Breakfast Club, and that was an hour and 38 minutes. That movie went by super fast. This movie went super slow to get to the point. We get the idea. Let's speed it up, guys. It could have been a little shorter, and then I would have been less harsh on this movie. I don't know. I am going to cover Ghost Dad. I don't know which is going to be worse, this or Ghost Dad. But you're going to have to wait till I cover Ghost Dad, which won't be until probably March. I got to be ready to watch Ghost Dad. I have a hunch that's not going to be good. I watch only the intro, just kind of get the idea, and I'm like, oh boy, this is probably going to be bad. But Pure Luck is just, it's not bad, it's just boring. I've seen worse movies, but yeah, this is worse. It's definitely qualified on the worst list, guys. You would think with Danny Glover and Martin Short, you think those two combined to make a good buddy cop film. It does work. Now, Danny Glover, Mel Gibson, and Lethal Weapon movies, they work. Him fighting the Predator works. Glover can act, and Glover can be a great action star, and he can be a good actor. But him in a comedy, to me, doesn't work. He's just not funny enough. He's not like a Clint Eastwood or a Bruce Stern that can do a comedy. Like, Bruce Stern was phenomenal in The Burbs. He made me laugh so hard. He can do comedy. Clint Eastwood can do comedy. And Glover just doesn't work, in my opinion. So, I'm going to say this. Unless you're curious and you like these two, I guess check it out. But I'm not persuading anybody who wants to see this movie. For me, I just was more bored. It's not a bad movie. I just wish it could have been better, if I should say. It's worse, but it's not, I don't know how to explain. Just don't see Pure Luck. I'm just going to tell you right now, go watch any other buddy cop movie that's out there, like the Rush Hour movies or Lethal Weapons. Rush Hour is a comedy that does work. I just don't think it works here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and rate this right now. I'm going to give Pure Luck, you probably already know what it's going to be, an automatic 2 out of 5. I really wanted to like this movie, aside from maybe a couple scenes, like when he gets stung by a bee, that made me chuckle so hard, and that made me laugh so hard. That made me laugh out loud. But other than that, that's just a jewel in a bad movie. We'll just leave it at that. So, yeah, I guess fine, 2 out of 5 it is. Go check out. Don't see Pure Luck. I shouldn't say go check out. I say just avoid Pure Luck right now. Don't even see Pure Luck. It's not worth it to buy this set. But all these movies, well, I haven't seen this, but I know these two were good. And I've seen For Richer For Poor. I just didn't cover it on the channel. And King Ralph, I did view on the channel, and that was pretty good. So, like I said, just stay away from Pure Luck, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not even worth your time. So that's my review of Pure Luck. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content on the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get the video notifications so you don't miss a single video on the channel, so you can keep up to date with all the Universal movies I watch on the channel. I'm also on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check me out there as well. Tons of content on the channel. I rate the movies before I go ahead and review them. So, like I said, in addition to the Universal videos, I have vlogs. I have Vlog City videos on there. I also have collection updates, tons of really good content in the channel. Don't miss a single video on the channel. Just click the bell and ring the bell to get the video notifications. So, yeah, Just don't watch Pure Luck, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, it has officially qualified on my worst list. I really wanted to like it because I thought, okay, maybe Danny Glover would be funny. I thought maybe he can steer the ship in a so-called comedy, is what I would call it. A comedy that did not make me laugh whatsoever. So yeah, just don't even see Pure Luck. It's not even worth your time. So that's it, guys. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies.